So how much money can you actually make with Amazon Flex? For those of you that don't know what it is, it's basically just delivering for Amazon using your own car. I'm going to be trying this for the next 5 days and see how much we can make. I've already signed up to the app. I've completed all the background checks and the verifications. So now all we need to do is find some slots so we can get started. Been refreshing for the last like 10, 15 minutes. And they are actually so hard to get. They go so fast. I've already booked a slot in for 11:45 to 1:45, I think. It's in Wembley, which is about a 35-minute drive from me from here. And then I've got one also booked in for Thursday, 7 a.m. though. I didn't even look at the time, I just booked it because they were so hard to get. Nothing coming. I'm gonna do this for another couple minutes and then I actually need to start getting ready and make my way to the Amazon depot. Amazon does send you like reserved blocks as well, so this is like specifically just for you. You have to accept that within like 5 minutes, otherwise it gets passed on to someone else. So if they send me any throughout the day, hopefully I can book those in as well. Alright, so I just recorded a whole snippet and my arm's dying now and it wasn't even recording. Right now I'm just gonna go get a camera tripod for the car or something because I don't even know where to put this and my arm is killing right now. And then I'm gonna make my way to Wembley because that's where the first block is. So that's in for 2 hours, I think. So I've got 2 hours today to do so far, but hopefully I can find some more blocks and then, you know, deliver more throughout the day. So I'll see you then. All right, cool. So just picked up this camera mount from my boy Omang. Shout out. So now I'm heading towards Wembley. That's where my depot is. I completely forgot that I'll be actually delivering around Wembley. I don't know why I thought I'd bring them back near closer to where I live, but it's about 25 minutes together right now. I'll see you once I get to the depot because I don't have much recording time on this left actually. Okay, cool. So I just got to the Amazon warehouse. My camera just died, so that's good. Turns out it's an Amazon Fresh delivery. So I'm just parked up. I'm gonna see how the process is. So as you walk into the entrance, you basically have the waiting area and then you go into the main bit. And where you see these yellow boxes, they have the trays ready for you. And then you basically just take it out and then you just have to load it up into your car. All right, so I've filled up my car. I've got a lot of parcels in there. So I'm gonna go to the app now and then basically just start driving and then it'll go to the first stop and then start dropping it off. But yeah, packed out now, let's go. Oh, got this couple of items. We're 3 floors up and down on this. Bloody hell. And I already pressed swipe to finish it all, so I'm not even sure if I'm late, but let's go. All right, so we finished our first Amazon Fresh delivery block. So that was about 2 hours, got £32, and then I actually managed to book in another block. So for 2:30 to 4:30, I think. So I've just gone in, scanned my arrival, waiting for the like trays to be ready. And then when that's in, I'm gonna start scanning it again, and then start loading it up for the next block. So taking my second block of the day. Got about 4 or 5 stops for this one. I'm gonna load it up into the car. Back at home now after 2 blocks today. Feel kind of tired, but got 2 blocks done. It wasn't like that hard, it was just like long, you know? So I should have taken more food with me because I don't actually have time to stop and grab something to eat. Luckily they had toilets in the Amazon warehouse, so I took a quick toilet break there. So it's 4:44 now, and yeah, I think that's me done for the day. I'm gonna try get some more blocks for the rest of this week. I've got 2 blocks tomorrow. I think for our first day, 2 £32 blocks, so £64. Not bad. Good morning. So on the way to my second day, first block of the second day. Today is in Acton, which was showing about a 40-minute drive. It's actually not as bad as it said, but just stuck in a bit of traffic at the moment. This block is just 2 hours. 2 hours, I think it's about £24, so not bad. It's alright. I think yesterday's ones were a bit better because yesterday I got 2 hours and that was £32. So I'm not sure how the pricing works exactly. So this is till 11:30, I believe, or yeah, so it's 9:30 to 11:30, and then I've got a bit of a gap in the middle where I'm gonna try and look for some more flex spots in the meantime. But I've got that gap until I think 1:30, where my second block starts, and that's a 4-hour No, sorry, it's 2:30. So it's a 4-hour block that is actually in West Drayton, which is closer to me, and that is £68. So you know, that's priced pretty good. It'd be quite a long shift. I learned from yesterday, we won't really have much time to eat in between, so I'm gonna take a lunch break as you would in a normal 9 to 5. Just do that, keep it at 1 hour, maybe just half an hour, because obviously yesterday woke up a bit late and didn't really get as many hours as I wanted to. So today is a 6-hour day, which isn't bad, to be fair. I mean, I think for 6 hours is okay. So I'm gonna try and get 68 hours on a daily basis, and then I need to actually try and get more blocks. So this one was actually in Morrison's, so I had to go get a trolley, go upstairs into the loader room, come back down to the parking lot, and then basically just take it to my car and load it up like normal. Not that many parcels today, so got them all packed, now ready to go. Alright, so we've picked up the orders. I think there's about 4 or 3 different drop-offs we need to do. Not as many parcels for this first block as yesterday actually, so maybe that's why it's a bit cheaper. But I'm sure that gets decided when I actually arrive to the warehouse. I was just scanning the parcels for the first one. Well, for the first drop, I just dropped it off, but I had one package missing. So I don't know how that happened, because I'm pretty sure I loaded everything from the Morrison's warehouse onto the trolley. I checked what I initially scanned. Like, it says that parcel was scanned, but it's not in my car. So I had to say that there was a parcel missing on the app. I'm not sure what happens now. Unless I have to go back and pick it up, I would. It is about half an hour away, because right now I'm in like Hyde Park. The Morrison's was in Acton. So I'm on to the next delivery anyway. I had 7, so I have eight parcels in total today. I only had 7 in my car. I don't know, I must have left one on the trolley. Anyways, 8 minutes to the next one. I don't even know where it is. To be honest, I haven't even been checking these stops. I checked yesterday, and it actually led me closer back to home, which was good. I'm not sure if they do that on purpose or like it just happened to be a coincidence. Finished the first block. I actually had like, I think, so missed the parcel on that one, and then that was what, £25. So £25 for like a 1.5 hour or 2 hour block for £24. And then I'm back in West Drayton now, where I actually have my next block starting at 2:30, but I didn't have any other blocks for tomorrow, and I've only got 1 block for Thursday, so I needed to get more blocks, so maybe we can get one while we're rolling. But basically, I'm in my car.
I'm in my mum's car. Broom, broom.
Yeah, hopefully just wait and see until I get a block before my next one starts. There's a couple of shops around here. They've got like Subway, Costa, Greg's, so I might get a bite before it actually starts, because the next one's pretty long. It's about like a 4-hour shift. Alright, so I've just done my 11th parcel, got my 12th one next. We're an hour and a half in. Got these left, so got 29 parcels in total. So 28. I got 29 parcels in total, which means I should still have about 18 left. Doesn't look like much, but yeah, there you go. All right, so I've got the last parcel of the day. It is currently 5:33, so I will technically be finished an hour earlier, but I think from here it's about like a 20-minute drive home. So that's the last parcel. Okay, so quick update, day 3, so it's a Wednesday. I didn't have any blocks in the morning because I did have a meeting, so I couldn't do any morning blocks, and I couldn't find any morning blocks which worked around the meeting, so didn't do that. But I do have a block later on today, 2:30 to 5:45, I believe. So that will be another like long block. So yesterday's long block was pretty long. I felt sorry for my car. It was like non-stop, just stop and start, stop and start. But the schedule is, so, oh sorry, it's 2:15 to 5:45, and I've got to be in Wembley, so we leave around maybe 1:30ish. Tomorrow I also have a block,
which will be 7:15 to 11:15 a.m. And that is a £60 block, and today's one is a £52.50 block, so not bad. I'm gonna try and look for some more for tomorrow and on Friday, obviously. So Friday will be the last day, and also in terms of how much I've got, they've actually already sent the first payment, which has been £156, and I think that got paid into the account this morning. So obviously I'm trying to treat it like a 9 to 5 by getting the hours in. I think obviously if I didn't have the meeting this morning, I would have probably been in a session right now and could have earned another £60 on top. So I think you can definitely earn at least maybe 60 to even £120 a day if you kind of just do it properly. If you do like 2 4-hour blocks, you can probably get that. And I think it's useful to have a car that's got good mileage as well, because then, you know, you're not really worrying about filling up petrol as much. But one thing I noticed was, so yesterday I actually finished an hour early. So I finished, it was meant to finish at 6:30 and I had till 7 o'clock to deliver, but I actually finished at 5:30. So, you know, that meant I could go home early. But let me know in the comments, because for example, for yesterday, it gives you till 7 o'clock, right? So I think obviously I could take more time with it. But for me personally, I just wanted to get it out of the way, you know, just get it done and then finish early. That's how I've been doing it. But I'm curious to know if anyone does it like, you know, more chill pace, maybe, you know, take some breaks in between. Maybe I could have done my meeting in between the kind of delivering. It was only like a 15-20 minute meeting. So yeah, let me know. Need one for Friday, have a block book for tomorrow. I really want a second block. And yeah. Have the bikes on.
Okay, we're good. Okay, so that's day 3 done. Wednesday, all finished. Actually finished an hour earlier. I was meant to finish at 5:45. It's now 4:36. So got some spare time. I'm gonna look at getting some more blocks. I've got a 7:15 a.m. block tomorrow, and then I've got like a short block on Friday. So I'm gonna try and get some more blocks, get some more money in. I'm pretty hungry. I haven't really eaten much, so I might grab a bite to eat, and then yeah, call it there. One thing that I noticed today was the parking. I don't know how the parking normally works. I was just kind of like putting my hazard lights on today and praying that I don't get a ticket. I wonder what most Amazon drivers do. I mean, I'm not sure if it's like a thing where because you're doing delivery you get some leeway, like loading time sort of thing. I just put the hazard lights on, kept an eye on my car. I actually also put like I wrote like a little notice, and I was like, hey, I'm doing Amazon delivery, so you know, don't give me a ticket. I'm not sure any inspectors looked at that. But let me actually show you. This was the little note I wrote, and I mean, this might have saved me. Who knows? Yeah. So what's that? Started at 2:15, finished at 4:30ish. So two hours, £52 basically. Not bad. Good morning. Good morning. Early one today. It's like 6:30 a.m. right now. Had like 5 hours sleep or like 6 hours sleep, but I think it's like 11 to 11:15, so 7:15 to 11:15. £60 going to Wembley, so it was showing about 38 minutes this morning. Thought I was gonna be late because I did not want to get out of bed, but I'm gonna try and get another block today if I can, like a shorter one, maybe like 2 hours. But I've been finding it hard to get them. I probably wouldn't prefer these early shifts, to be honest with you, if I was actually doing this on a full-time basis. Later on during the week, it's usually easier to get some blocks, because I remember I was checking like last week on Friday before I actually started this, and there used to be loads on Friday. So right now tomorrow I've only got a 2-hour block in the morning, like 8 to 10 or something, and I need to find another block for that. So those are the 2 missions, but I'm gonna get back to driving now because I'm on the motorway.
I hate the weed too hard. You said an 8-minute voice, don't straight from the heart.
So this is basically what your trolley looks like. You scan it and it will confirm with you how long the route is, and basically tell you how many deliveries you got. So there's a 4-hour route with 22 deliveries and 33 parcels.
Okay, so I picked up my first block for today. It's my only block I've got actually booked today so far. On the way to the first delivery, first package, which was actually 38 minutes away from the depot, so it was quite long. The first delivery is always about like 30 minutes away from the actual warehouse, and then you just do it around there. Then it's like, you know, just 8 to 10 minutes radius within the other deliveries. And I actually had quite a few group deliveries yesterday as well. I didn't even have to move my car for about like 10 of them. But yeah, once again, I think parking was the main thing. Yeah, just scared to get a ticket. Alright, so I've been doing a couple rounds. I'm in Fulham today, Fulham/Parsons Green. And you know what the thing about these areas is? So it's so like blocked off, or like there's so many restricted areas. So only have a couple left now, halfway done. Okay, so that is block 1 for today done. I think it was meant to finish at like 11:15. So I finished at 10. It's 10 now exactly on the dot. I've been sitting in the car for a couple of minutes, just looking at parking because I'm pretty hungry now and I need to go to the toilet. So I think there's a couple cafes down here, and that's another £60. And then I've got one slot tomorrow for 8:30 to 10 in the morning in Acton. I'm gonna try and get another slot in the evening for that. And then obviously I'm gonna try and get a couple more hour slot today. Went to the cafe. I've been trying to refresh these blocks and tried to get them, but there's these, like, it keeps asking if I'm a bot. Why are the challenges so hard? And every time you get it wrong, you basically get one more extra challenge every time. And then mine increased to like 9 or 10. And by the time that's finished, the block's already gone. So I don't know how you win at this. I'll put the challenge up because I'm pretty sure I'm doing it right. Like, I just found out there's an audio, so I think that one will be easier. So I signed out of the app. It's just these challenges. I don't know why. I'm sure every other person's doing this refresh as well. So, you know, I'm not sure why it's not working for me. But it's still pretty early. Like, technically, I should still be in my other block. So, you know, it's not that bad. But ideally, if I could get like 12:45 schedule, I'm not a robot. Okay, puzzle. Let's do the audio puzzle. Okay, oh my god, I got 9 challenge. Oh my days. I basically just called Amazon support from like the Flex app. She said if the problem continues, to email Amazon support or Amazon Flex support. She said don't refresh rapidly. So I'm like, okay, now I have to slow down the refresh rate as well. Plus, I might get the capture stuff. So I'm just sitting here like a dog waiting for like a block to come up. So this part's definitely not fun. Now I'm just out here refreshing. No offers available. That's great. That's great. Like, am I just meant to keep doing this until I get a block? How long can I keep this going before I call it quits? Maybe if you hit the like button, I'll get an offer. Or in the next bit, I have an offer and I'm back on the roads. Okay, just a quick update. I've literally been sat here since 10. Yeah, I've literally been sat here since 10 o'clock. So I've been like refreshing and stuff for the last 2 hours. I think I'm gonna call it a day because look, there's one right now which is like 3:30 to 5. But even if I try to schedule that, look, I'm not a robot. So I wouldn't even get that even if I tried. So there's no point of me kind of doing this. I think I might just let it rest for a bit. But I guess look, that's one side to the Amazon Flex side of things. So I guess be a bit more careful. You're not always gonna get blocks. I might just give it a rest. I even asked the support about like reserve blocks because I haven't been getting any reserve blocks as much as I was at the start of the week. So hopefully maybe they send me some, especially for tomorrow. I mean, today I did a pretty decent sized block in the morning and that was £60. So it's been around an average of £60 a day probably, and not many hours spent, like four hours spent maybe. But basically I've only got a 2 hour or 1 hour and a half slot in the morning tomorrow. Ideally, I'd want to do like afternoon one as well. So that's what I'm gonna try to get. But normally on Fridays it does open up, so I'm hoping I can get some slots then. I'm gonna try for like 5 more minutes, and then I'm just gonna give it a rest if it doesn't work. Because yeah, like I've literally just been sat here and pressing refresh, and the thing is, you can't even do anything else. You can look at it in 2 ways. I mean, if you wanted to do this as your full-time thing, then it's definitely annoying because then it's stopping you from working. But at the same time, if you want to kind of do it as like a part-time flexible thing, then it gives you that option to focus on whatever else you're working on during these type of times, right? So like I said, I'm going to try for a couple more minutes. If not, I'm just going to head back home and give it a rest for a bit, and then maybe call it a day if I don't get any offers that match my schedule.
I was actually like just trying to look for it again, and it basically, I was like, oh, like this is so long. Let me just screen record it and show people what I'm going through. And then as I screen recorded it, I was doing the captures like normal, and then it actually let me book a slot. But obviously I couldn't do it because it was too late. But it let me book, so that means we're back. So tomorrow I've got one slot booked in for 8:30 to 10 a.m. and then I need one probably after like 12 or 1 till like 5 or 6. So that's one thing I've learned, that ideally you should be booking all of your tomorrow's slots the day before, because otherwise you don't want to be sitting like doing nothing and just refreshing the block, right?
Bloody hell, why are these guys racing at like 8 a.m. in the morning? I am on to my first block for Friday, the last day. So this is an accident today.
Alright, this is all I have for today.
Bro, that last half an hour, crazy. I came to the Morrison's, and then went in as usual, went upstairs, and it's asked me to wait, right? So, okay, cool. Wait until they assign me a stop. So I went in, I was waiting, and it's been like 10, 15 minutes at this point. I was like, this never taken this long before. So then I just spoke to like driver support, and they were like, oh yeah, like that's fine, just wait till like 9 o'clock, and if they don't, then you'll be compensated for your time. Just drop them an email. And then like after I got off that call, it basically asked me to go to another location, and I was like, what? I'm at the wrong Morrison's. I went to the location and it was nothing. There was no building there. So I was like, okay, this is definitely not correct. So I called Amazon again, and she was like, okay, cool, just wait. You have to wait till 10 and just, you know, finish your like schedule. So I was like, all right, cool. She's like, you still get paid for it. I was like, all right, okay, cool. Okay, I don't mind doing that. And then I got a notification saying, oh, you know, you've been assigned the stop. So go back to this Amazon. So, and then this took me to like some next entrance for the same Amazon. I mean, for the same Morrison's. And I went there, and there's no parking there. So I had to go back to the main one that I went to in the first place, which is the same one. It's only one stop today, thank God, because I feel like I've been like scammed somehow. Yeah, basically it's only one stop. It's about a 20-minute drive from now. Ideally I would have been like finishing by now, because it was 8:30 till 10, right? So technically I should get compensated for that extra bit. I'm not even sure how it's supposed to work now, because I'm gonna finish this. Well, it's given me till 12 now. Somehow it's extended it. So instead of 8:30 to 10:30 or 10, it's like 9:30 to 12 or 9 to 12. So on my way there now, and damn, like this is the first time I've had like a delivery hiccup, and yeah, let's just say I didn't enjoy it. I don't understand why they put zebra crossings after roundabouts, like straight after the roundabout.
So luckily, as I literally just finished my first block, I managed to get another block for the afternoon. It was about 2 hours or 2 hours and a half, and it was £37.50.
All right, so I'm on my second block of the day, and probably the last block of the challenge, because it is Friday, and we can see at the end what's happened with all the earnings, how it's gone, how easy it was. and if it's actually worth doing for anyone that maybe wants to do it as a side hustle or even as like a full-time thing. It actually starts at 3:15, so it's a 3:15 to 5:45 block. Let's see if I can finish it earlier, and I think it's about £37.40 for this one. So yeah, that's the update. Okay, so we're all wrapped up for the week. That's a full 5 days done. Obviously, we could have done more hours during it, but you know, we've got the kind of gist of things. We've done like a couple 4-hour days. I think on one day we did 6 hours, and you know, I think overall we've got a nice range. My thoughts for anyone maybe looking to get into it, I think it's a good thing to do like part-time. I mean, maybe if you just got fired or something, you know, and you need something to kind of like fund yourself and just fill in that time before you get a job, I think it's good to do. Obviously, you can make some decent money off it. So over the 5 days, we managed to earn £330, which is not taking the fuel into account. So I only put in about 23 hours in total, which is like half of a full working week. So I think if you did manage to do a full working week, £330, I think on average you can easily earn up to £600 a week. But other than that, I think it's a pretty easy job. You know, it's a bit fast paced, which I think keeps you on your toes at the same time. It gives you that flexibility that you need. During the drives, I literally just finished like 2-3 books, some podcasts, and I was having a pretty good time. Obviously, it can get long. I only did this for a week. There might be some more issues when you do it for a bit longer. You know, people's deliveries might get stolen. People might say they didn't receive it, which can hurt your like score, your driver score. So I'm not sure how that affects how many deliveries you get and stuff like that. But I think overall it is a pretty good side hustle, or even like a full-time thing, right? The only thing is obviously with your car, depending on how much you care about the mileage getting on your car and the fuel efficiency, that is one thing to look out for. But definitely try it out. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and let me know if there's something that you want me to try next. Other than that, have a good day, enjoy, take care.